Isang agham na ramdam na hapon po sa ating lahat. Welcome sa pinakabagong episode ng Ayos na Ayos sa DOST Season 4. Ito ang programang magatid sa inyo ng mga makabuluhang kwentuhan patungkol sa siyensya, teknolohiya at inobasyon. Kayo ay nakasubaybay sa DOST Central Luzon Facebook page, sa Radyo Agri 90.1 FM, ang official radio station ng Philippine Center for Post-Harvest Development and Mechanization of PhilMec at sa Access Network Community Channel. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Dian Briones, ang makakasama ninyo ngayong Lunes, alas 3 hanggang alas 4 ng hapon para sa ating makaagham na programa.
Sama-sama tayo para sa isang oras na punong-puno ng kaalaman hinggil sa mga teknolohiya at inobasyong hatid ng Department of Science and Technology or DOST. Ako naman si Lorraine Custodio, ang makakasama ninyo sa ating talakayan. Nandito kaming muli ang inyong weekly dose of knowledge and good vibes. Dito lamang yan sa
Ayos na Ayos sa DOST Season 4. Ayan, bago po ang lahat ay nais po naming batiin ng isang makaagham na hapon ang kagalang-galang na Regional Director ng DOST Central Luzon. Yes, fresh from Europe. And walang iba po kundi si Dr. Julius Cesar V. Sicat. Welcome back po, RD! At isang agham na ramdam na hapon din po sa aming mga Assistant Regional Directors, ARD for Technical Operations, ARD Romy, ARD for Finance and Administrative Services, ARD Belen, and ARD for Field Operations, ARD Maricel. Sa amin din pong mga Provincial Directors at pati na rin po sa lahat ng staff ng Regional Office and PSTOs ng buong DOST Central Luzon.
Binabati rin po namin ang buong DOST Central Luzon S&T Promotion and Communication Unit sa panguna po ni Miss Lady Malvi Sicat. Good afternoon po, PD Lades, at sa buong SciCom team. Isang agham na ramdam na hapon din po sa lahat ng bumubuo ng PhilMec sa panguna ng kanilang Director 4 na si Dr. Junicio G. Alvindia. Pati rin po ang buong Radio Agri team. Naisin po namin batiin ang Access Network Cable TV na katuwang natin every week. Pati na rin sa mga nakikinig at nanonood sa atin ngayon. Isang agham na ramdam na hapon po sa inyong lahat.
Ayan. Di ba partner, marami tayong natutunan last week kasi kung saan nakasama natin si Engineer Rovel Jan Bossi mula sa DOST Central Luzon, sa RAI Centro Team. And pinaliwanag niya po sa atin kung ano nga ba yung DOST Sinag at ang Project Saray at naliwanagan talaga tayo kasi di ba? At first, parang nakakalito talaga sila. Parang minsan napagpapalit mo sila pero ayun, napaliwanag sa atin ni Engineer. So, sabi niya nga, itong DOST Sinag, ito daw yung National Branding Umbrella. Kumbaga, nasasaklaw po nito lahat ng mga initiatives ng DOST patungkol sa smart and innovative agriculture. And yung Project Saray naman ay parte ito ng mga DOST initiatives na yon. And it is the source of research-based technologies. And since 2013, it has developed science-based cropping systems, protocols, and long-term strategies na nakakatulong sa pag-maximize ng crop yield while minimizing environmental and climate-related impacts.
Ayan, tama ka dyan, partner, no? Kasi sabi nga ni Sir, kumbaga ito si DOST Sinag, sakop niya si Saray Project naman. So, kumbaga doon siya, naka-under si Saray kay Sinag. So, marami tayong napulot na aral mula kay Engineer Bossi or kay Engineer Rovel, no? And isa sa pinaka tumatak sa akin or nag-mark sa akin ay yung effort na ginagawa nila for pag nagpapatraining. Kasi mostly yan ay yung sa DOST Sinag po or sa Project Saray, mostly talagang training sa mga partner LGUs, sa mga stakeholders natin and sa farmers natin. More on, tinatrain nila yung mga beneficiaries, na magiging beneficiaries nung, yun nga, yung Project Saray na under ng DOST Sinag. And sabi nga nila, sir, talagang nililimanize nila yung term para makakonect sila dun sa lengguwahe ng, hindi lang sa paglilimanize ng term, kumbaga, inilalagay mo yung sarili mo dun sa kalagayan nila para mas maintindihan nyo yung isa't isa and para mas madali nilang ma-relay dun sa ating mga partners, stakeholders, and of course, farmers, yung kanilang innovation or yung program na Project Saray under the DOST Sinag.
Yes, tama ka dyan, partner. Pero ngayon, mula sa agriculture na napag-usapan natin last week, ay medyo malaki yung magiging jump ng topic natin dahil mapupunta naman tayo sa sektor ng edukasyon. And partner, matanong lang kita, naranasan mo na ba yung like, may kamag-anak kang teacher, tapos hingi siya ng tulong sa'yo sa pag-check ng mga papers kasi napakarami pa niyang need na checkan?
Alam mo, hindi ko man naranasan yan sa family member ko mismo kasi yung lola ko ay baka dahil grade 1 pa lang ako that time nung bago siya mag-retire kaya hindi na niya naabutan na ako yung taga-check ng papel ng mga estudyante niya. Although mismo ako nag-estudyante ako ni lola. Pero ayun, yung mga teacher ko nung high school, yun, naranasan kong mag-check ng paper after mag-exam ng lahat ng sections. Ayun, magpapacheck sila ng paper.
Yes, kaya dapat may red ball pen kang dala, di ba?
Oo, true.
And ako, parang naranasan ko na ngayon, marami akong like kamag-anak na teacher, yung mga tita ko, tapos yung nanay ko din, teacher din siya, and nakikita ko talaga kung gaano karami yung mga kailangan nilang gradean ng mga papel, tapos bukod pa yun sa iba nilang kailangan mga gawin. Kaya hindi talaga maiwasan yung mga hingi sila ng tulong para sa pag-check ng mga quiz, mga exams. But what if may solusyon para dyan sa problema po na iyon? Isang AI-powered grading assistant that automates checking of many types of handwritten exams. Kasama na nga rito yung multiple choice, syempre. And yung problem solving at essays, pati essays. Wow.
Ayun, alam ko, partner, no? Kasi merong similarities yung topic natin last week and yung topic natin this week. Kasi talagang ginagamitan na ng AI, or Artificial Intelligence. So, siguro sa ibang karamihan, medyo intimidating pa rin yung topic with regards sa Artificial Intelligence. Kaya talagang kailangan ng effort, ng mga innovation natin with regards to our AI na i-laymanize, gawing mas simple, or mas, kumbaga, merong maging guide yung ating mga magbe-benefit doon sa innovation na yun. So, ayun nga. Tsaka naalala ko rin na mga teacher natin ay tinuturing na modern heroes. Kasi, kumbaga, aside sa pagtuturo, napakarami pa nilang dapat gawin na mga administrative tasks na kung saan, kumbaga siguro yung pag-check ng papel ay, kumbaga, ilang napakaliit na porsyento pa lang sa kabuang dapat nilang gawin. So, kung meron silang makakatuwang na mag-check ng paper, hindi lang yung hindi lang sa for multiple choice, kundi problem solving and essays din, ay napakalaking impact nun sa kanila sa pag-save ng time and also effort, of course, para mailaan pa sa mas maraming bagay. So, ayun, I'm sure curious na ang mga listeners natin kung paano nga ba magagamit ang tool na yan. Kaya wag na nating patagalin pa, kilalanin na natin ang mga kasama natin ngayong hapon. So, he is a Filipino tech entrepreneur or techpreneur and the founder and CEO of GradeChum, which is an AI grading assistant that helps schools automate the checking of handwritten exams, reduce teacher workload, and improve grading consistency. He is also the founder of CodeChum, which is the #1 trusted programming education platform in the Philippines, serving over 100 partner schools nationwide. So napakarami na nilang pinagsuservan, no? And before building education technology companies, he graduated magna cum laude in computer science from Cebu Institute of Technology University, wow, where he was recognized as the top college graduate across all programs in 2018. Grabe.
Wow.
He also won several national technology competitions, which includes Microsoft Imagine Cup, Accenture's Program the Future, and the Union Bank's UHack Hackathon. So without further ado, let's all welcome ang co-founder and CEO ng GradeChum, Mr. Jemar Jude A. Maranga. Ayan.
Good afternoon po, sir.
Sir,
Good afternoon,
po.
Ma'am Diana and Ma'am Lorraine.
Good afternoon po, Sir Jemar. Welcome po sa Ayos na Ayos sa DOS Season 4. Ayan, nakakamangha po yung inyong mga achievement and
Opo.
also the awards and recognitions, no, partner?
Yes. Ayun, Ed, nabanggit nga kanina yung mga like technologies, yung mga na ano ni Sir, di ba? And excited na po kami na malaman po kung ano po yung mga yun, Sir.
So, sir, kumusta po ang inyong nakaraang linggo and kumusta po ang inyong buong team sa GradeChum?
Well, last week was very hectic. No, we had a lot of meetings with a lot of deans and teachers from different schools. And pero so far, okay naman. We're very passionate at what we do. We know na this could definitely help us improve the quality of education in our country, which we very much need, most especially at these times now. So, yeah, we're still very excited and passionate with what we're doing.
Ayan, sabi nga talaga, pag meron kang passion, ano, no matter how repetitive yung ginagawa mo, so meron ka pa ring drive, meron ka pa ring grit to continue. So, sa tingin ko, ganun yung meron sila, sir, no,
And
partner?
naalala ko lang, partner, perfect yung episode natin yun kasi malapit na yung pasukan. So, magiging sobrang busy na naman yung mga teachers
Oo, kasi
natin.
brigada season na, no? Kasi
Yes.
June 8, tawag, pasukan na ulit ng DepEd, lalo na sa DepEd. Ayan.
And
Ayun, Sir Jude, gano'n na po ba kayo ka-excited na i-share sa ating mga viewers and listeners kung ano bang meron sa Grade Cham?
Well, I'm very excited na to share. So, again, we're very passionate with what we do, and based on the feedback that we have so far with the teachers who have used Grade Chum or even have not yet used Grade Chum, this could be very helpful talaga. So, yeah, I'm very excited for today's session.
We're excited also, sir, na for our interview.
And sir, maaari niyo po ba, dahil kanina pa nga natin binabanggit yung kung grade sham, di ba? Ano po nga po ba itong grade sham and paano po ito gumagana, sir?
All right, so GradeChump is an AI grading assistant that can automate the checking of handwritten exams, including multiple choice, problem solving, and essays. So the way it works is that the teachers, they will input the questions on the GradeChump platform. So similar to parang Google Forms, di ba, na you input the questions and the choices and the rubrics. And afterwards, the teacher will print and distribute GradeChump answer sheets. So merong template that is available in the platform. They need to print that on a bond paper or a newsprint, or they can print on a bond paper and reproduce it by photocopying it. And afterwards, this is where the student will write their answer. And after the students have written their answers, the teacher will collect those papers and then they will scan them using the GradeChum mobile scanner for automatic checking. So after ma-scan, they just have to wait for a few minutes lang, and everything is automatically checked na. Whereas before, the teacher would have to manually check the papers. Now, right now with GradeChum, they just need to scan them and it's automatically checked.
Ayun.
So that's how it works.
Ayun. So, ayun po, short commercial po para sa ating Facebook Live viewers po. Kung may tanong po kayo, ay i-comment nyo lang po sa DOST-Central Luzon livestream. Ayan.
Ayun, parang very straightforward pala no, kung paano gamitin and very maiintindihan mo agad siya. Pero sir, eto pong grade sham, ano nga po ba ang pangunahing layunin po ng technology po na ito?
Okay, so one of the biggest challenges that we've seen with teachers is really the checking workload. So parang it takes so much time checking the papers, and because it takes so much time checking the papers, it's so hard for the teacher to provide feedback to their students. Kasi nga parang it takes a lot of their time. And so with GradeChum, it's automatically checked, and so teachers could provide feedback to their students much faster and also much more personalized this time. So parang yung nangyayari kasi right now, the teachers are doing the assessments for the sake of parang doing assessments just to give grades to the students para for compliance purposes, kumbaga. But ideally, the purpose of assessments should be for teachers to understand in real time while the class or the school year or semester is ongoing kung saan bang parts or parang skills or aspects nahirapan yung mga students para they could provide feedback or they could provide the proper intervention at the right time. So, ayun, with GradeChum, because it's automatically checked and there's item analysis and all of this analytics, then it's much easier for the teacher na to provide feedback and to help their students. And so, parang the long-term goal of GradeChum is really to help the teachers be more efficient, and when they're more efficient, parang it will trickle down to the students ba, na the students will learn more then. And hopefully in the big picture, it will make our country's education state much better.
Ayun. Nabanggit nga ni Sir no, isa sa pinaka ina-address nila or yung aim ng kanilang grade jump is yung checking workload, to reduce the checking workload. Kasi totoo yan, no? Halimbawa, isang teacher, meron siyang 4 na sections na hawak. Kasi syempre, yung mga teacher, maraming hawak yan na kumbaga, 4 na section, tas iisang subject
Yes.
lang yun. So, although same yung pina-exam, tapos sabihin natin yung mga estudyante, pinakamababa na siguro yung bilang kasi considering yung public school, no, mga 35. So, 35 students,
Yes.
multiply mo ng kung ilan. Siyempre, napakatagal checkan doon. Tapos, ayun nga, repetitive yung task. Minsan, nakakadulingan na. Kasi, kumbaga, hindi lang naman nga yun yung pag-check yung kanilang inaasikaso. Siyempre, mag-ready pa yan ng lesson plan kinabukasan. Meron pang seminar si teacher sa isang linggo. Tapos, meron pang assessment na kailangan tapusin. So, ayun. And sabi nga ni Sir, nakakatuwa lang yung part na bakit nga ba nagbibigay ng test? Siyempre, para i-assess yung student kung saan merong lacking either sa part ni teacher or sa part ng bata. So, para ma-assess kung nasaan yung gap. So, tama nga naman yun, no? Kasi pag chinikan yung papel natin after a week, after 2 weeks, tsaka natin malalaman yung result. Pero through the help of GradeChum, real time, pwede na nating malaman or in few minutes, pwede na nating malaman yung result. So, Sir, pwede niyo po bang ikwento sa amin kung saan po start po yung idea niyo for this? Meron po ba kayong mom na teacher or dad na teacher or kamag-anak po na teacher at ganun na lang po yung inyong kumbaga passion to help the teachers for to reduce their workload and to yun sa efficiency po ng ating mga teacher.
Okay, so my personal passion talaga is to help the young people maximize and unlock their potentials, no? And parang yung belief ko is that the best way to do that is to help the quote-unquote frontliners of our education system, which are the teachers. If we help the teachers, then we could help the future of our country, the youth as well. Now, in terms of the inspiration for the idea of GradeChum, so actually I'm also a part-time teacher now, instructor, a college instructor at my alma mater. I used to teach before, but I stopped now because things are getting busy. But I could parang the inspiration came when out of nowhere lang talaga na parang I was riding my motorcycle and then all of a sudden parang naalala ko yung mga co-faculty members ko in our faculty office na they have these stacks of papers na they need to check, and I could recall na every time they bring their papers in the faculty office, parang they would grumble a bit na ang dami pang checkan, and then it's almost time to submit the grades, and so parang I realized na itong kind of stress and kind of checking workload, parang ina-accept natin as ganun talaga. Parang kapag gusto mo magturo, parang kasali na part na talaga yon. But then we decided to challenge that. And because of AI is also getting more powerful each and every day, parang we realized na all of these repetitive tasks sa checking could be uploaded to AI para the teachers could focus more on the actual teaching and actual helping of the students. So yun, parang naisip namin na what if instead of manually checking, we will use AI to automate the checking of handwritten exams? So that was when we decided to create a prototype, and then we tested it in my alma mater, in Cebu Institute of Technology University, and then eventually more teachers used, and right now it's being officially implemented na talaga in the entire university, and parang, ayun, we really found out na teachers really found it very helpful. Kasi nga, sobrang dami ng time savings in terms of like the checking. So ayun, yun yung parang backstory. It was just a random ride of a motorcycle, and then I realized na it's possible pala. So, ayun.
Ganun pala partner yung random thought ng isang manya kung laude, no?
Yes. Very, parang yung mga naiisip, yung mga simple idea niya ay parang life-changing,
Oo,
ganun.
totoo.
Revolutionary,
Eh,
ganun.
sabi pa nga ni Sir, ang goal niya is to maximize or ng
Ang
goal ng team
potential
nila,
ng youth.
potential ng youth. And kasi oo nga naman, malaking impact ng teacher. Kasi aside sa bahay, syempre maraming oras yung nilalaan sa school. So oo nga naman kung efficient yung magiging pagtuturo dahil less stressed si teacher, less yung workload ni teacher, mas maituturo niya ng maayos, mas maraming papasok na idea. Kasi minsan, di ba, sa sobrang daming iniisip na gagawin, yung sa pag-share mo ng idea, sa pag-relay mo ng idea sa mga bata, kumaga nababawasan yung efficiency and yung dami ng ideas na pwede mong ma-share dahil nga, kumbaga talagang full of thoughts na marami pa akong gagawin mamaya after this. Kasi nagiging for compliance nga siya, syempre, di ba, kumbaga yung mga ginagawa pag gano'n kasi meron ka pang kasunod na gagawin. So, ang aim mo na lang matapos yun lahat instead of makapag-focus doon talaga sa knowledge sharing doon sa mga bata.
And kanina, di ba partner, nakwento mo nga na yung mga teachers mo dati, and ako rin, parang naghihingi sila ng tulong para mag-check. So parang, and usually ito ay nangyayari kapag class time, di ba? And during class time ay dapat nagdi-discuss tayo, pero dahil nga kailangan pang matapos ito, ay may tutulungan natin si teacher na mag-check. So parang, ayun nga, related nga sa na sabi mo kanina. And na parang nagandahan lang din ako sa nasabi ni Sir kasi ito nga, yun, yung napakaraming workload na chechikan ay parang isang problema na na-normalize na nga sa ating mga teachers. So, itong innovation
Kung saan
pwede mo palang
bigyan ng
ma-solve siya, yes.
solusyon.
And sa tingin ko, yung mga innovations na maganda ay ito yung like tinatakil nila yung mga bagay na hindi sila parang gumagawa lang ng isang, ay may problema, tas nasusolve nila. Parang tinitingnan nila yung mga bagay na parang hindi natin napapansin na problema pala talaga siya. So, yun yung sinasolve nila ng mga bagay. So, isa yung grade siyam doon.
Oo, in-accept mo na lang as reality. Yun pala, hindi naman pala, pwede naman pala siyang hindi gawing realidad, ano?
Yes. Through the help of yun nga yung mga modern na tools natin ngayon. And sir, eto pong grade siyam, from yung development po nito, from the concept hanggang sa implementation po ngayon, paano po yung naging journey nyo?
Well, so one of the best practices now of doing a tech startup is that you should be able to create what we call an MVP, a minimum viable product, before doing the actual big thing. So, because if you do the actual big thing, it requires a lot of resources in terms of like time and money to pay the salaries of the developers. And then, what if at the end, pag natapos na siya, wala naman palang gagamit talaga or parang hindi naman talaga ito need. So, sayang lang yung time and effort natin. And so, parang yung ginawa namin from the start is that we did an MVP just to parang check if the teachers would appreciate it ba, yung automatic checking. So what we did was, instead of developing the actual application, so di ba, I was riding my motorcycle and then parang naisip ko na, what if may ganito? And so what we did was we edited a grade jam answer sheet, no? With a template. Parang in-edit lang namin somewhere on Figma, or Figma is like Photoshop. And then we asked parang one of my math teachers before if she would be interested to try a platform that can automatically check her exam with AI. And so parang she told me na she was interested to try it. And so what we did is, or what I told her na, sige ma'am, when would be your next quiz? And she told me na it would be next week. So what we did is, we printed the answer sheets and then we gave it to her. And then doon na nagsasagot yung mga students niya. After the exam, we collected the answer sheets and I brought it back to my team, to our office. And then what we did was, we manually checked everything. So parang kaming lahat in our team, nag-check kami manually kasi nga wala pang application. And so after namin na-check, parang binigay ko ulit kay ma'am. I told her, ma'am, it's already been checked by the system. So I told her that. And then very important, I tried to observe her parang reactions. If parang there's sense of excitement ba or parang extreme happiness. And so turns out na meron. She was very happy na, wow, ang galing ng system, parang automatic check. And so, parang that's validation na, uy, may value nga pala talaga itong grade jump. And so, after that, parang we contacted other teachers and we still did the same na manual checking. And eventually, hindi na kayang mag-manual check namin kasi madami na talaga. So, that's when we slowly started building the application. So, parang first step is, sige, manual check pa din tayo, but it will be the teachers na this time who will print the answer sheets. And after that, parang instead of kami yung ipo-collect pa namin, sila na yung magsa-scan. And eventually, dumami na talaga yung mga teachers. That's when we started incorporating the actual AI. So, parang it's slowly getting fully automated from non-automated or parang automated behind the scenes kasi kami yung nagmamanual lahat behind the scenes to now fully actually parang automated. So yun, parang and eventually we constantly improve na the product in terms of accuracy and user experience. And so now it's fully working na talaga and it's working really great.
Ayun. So, for sure, sir, meron pong mga naging challenges, no? May mga na-encounter po kayong problem during the process. So, ano-ano naman po yung ilan sa mga naging challenge po while developing GradeCham?
The main challenge, one of the main challenges was the accuracy. So, kasi iba-iba yung handwriting ng mga students and some students parang ang gulo ng mga handwriting. And so we have to constantly improve the accuracy from the back end. No? And the other one is, the other main challenge product-wise is the improvement of the user experience. Kasi with GradeJam, there are a lot of non-techie teachers na mahirapan talaga mag-navigate ng mga apps. So some teachers, some teachers mga 60 years old above na mahirapan na talaga, hindi talaga sila ganun ka-techie. And so we had to always keep that in mind na the design of the application should be very intuitive na kahit you don't guide them, parang they could just understand it on their own. Similar to Facebook na yung mga matatanda, di ba? Parang they could understand na Facebook on their own. And so that's what we were very obsessed about, the user experience talaga.
So talagang saktong-sakto talaga yung course ni sir na yung natapos ni sir na course na computer science kasi yun yung pinututukan nila yung sa user interface. Tama po ba, sir?
Yes,
Ayun.
correct po.
Kasi nga naman medyo intimidating nga naman lalo pag sa mga traditional teachers, yung mga teacher natin siguro sabihin natin mga 60 and above kasi sabi na ay kayo na dyan, kayo na bahala dyan at kami pa-retire na kami. Pero syempre, kung malaking tulong pa rin kila teacher yon kung matututuhan po nila yung paggamit yan. Kasi meron pa naman silang remaining years sa serbisyo para kumbaga mas gumaan pa yung workload nila.
And sir, ito pong GradeJam, nung dine-develop niyo po ito, sino po yung mga naging partners niyo po sa pagbuo po nito? And ano po yung naging papel ng DOST dito?
So we have a team, no? Actually, GradeJam is our second innovation, but we have a team right now. I think we are 19 ata in the team, or 18, somewhere there. And so together with my team, in our team, there are developers, there are designers, etc. And so together with my team, we developed GradeJam. Now, in terms of the support that we got from DOST, we're very much grateful now. So far, we've received support from 2 units of DOST, actually 3 units. So the first one was we received a grant before. This was for our first product from the DOSTP Shared Startup Grant Fund last 2021. And parang last 2025, last year ba yun? Last year. So last 2025, we received support from the DOST TAPI naman, from the Expanded Venture Finance Program, EVFP. And just recently, last month, we received a grant from DOST Region 7 to develop a version of GradeJam for DepEd. And so, along the way, DOST has been very supportive talaga. There are a lot of comments on social media that the government is not doing anything to support startups, so that is very wrong. DOST provides a lot of support talaga. We just need to approach and apply for the programs and grants.
Wow.
So,
Parang mostly talagang, dahil, ayun nga, nabanggit ni Sir DOST Pisherd, DOST TAPI, and DOST Regional Office Number 7, yung, kumbaga, ilan sa mga naging main nakatuwang nila, Sir, doon sa development and until now, nung kanilang innovation.
Ayun.
So, salute po sa mga ang attached agency natin sa DOST, kung saan talagang pinaparamdam nila yung advocacy natin na agham na ramdam.
And ayun, parang naano ko lang na very important talaga yung ginagawa natin yun. Kasi through this platform, na-share ni Sir parang yung mga ginagawa niya. And ayun nga, parang na banggit niya kanina na madaming comments na ganito. Parang, pero di ba parang sa program natin na to, marami-rami na rin tayong nakausap na mga startups din, di ba? And parang makikita mo na yung impact nila sa mga yung impacts ng DOST sa kanila.
Yes, that's true. Ayan. So, ayan, magbasa muna tayo na ngayon po ng mga nanonood at nakikinig sa atin ngayon. So, eto. Shout out to Carly LV from Tita Marivic Rivera. So, ito rin, meron ding dito, Fancy Miss Dian from Sir Vincent Lorila. Ang galing daw ni D. So, si Dian po
Oh my
yun.
gosh.
Ayan.
Thank
So,
you po. Ay,
meron
ayun
pa,
po. And
partner.
meron po tayong comment po from Sir Elmar Bacod. Good afternoon. And good afternoon din po sa inyo, sir. And ayun po, may comment po tayo from Grade Chum. For more inquiries about Grade Chum, you can message us here. Ayun, nasa comment section po
napaka-active
sila.
ng kanilang social media, ng social media team ng Grade Cham. Ayan, sabi ni Miss Marie Acalar Barrientos. Ay, okay, later pala yun. So, ayan. So, yun po. So far, yung ating mga
Questions,
comments
yes.
and questions. Ayan. So, balik po tayo, sir. Sino-sino naman po yung mga main po na beneficiaries po ng platform po na Grade Cham?
Well, it's really the teachers, no? But with our parang current model, we usually partner with the schools kasi it has to be institutional implementation. Parang to make it effective, dapat it should not be just selected or few teachers in a school who would be using Grade Cham. It should be all the teachers in the school, all the teachers and the students in the school. So, ayun, schools talaga primarily.
Oh, maganda yun yung sabi nga ni Sir na institutional implementation
yes.
kung saan siguro mas okay na rin kasi mas uniform yung magiging
Output.
yung overall na output ng pag-check ng mga exams, papers, or yun. So,
And sir, kanina po nasabi niyo na natuwa po yung mga nakagamit na ng Grade Cham nung na-test po nila to. Pero yung like overall po sa mga nakagamit na po and bukod po dun sa like sa first time and yung currently po, ano po yung mga nagiging feedback po ng nakakagamit ng platform po na ito?
So we did a case study, no? With my alma mater and with one of our partner universities. We tried to really see the actual data kung ano ba talaga yung impact niya. And so we found out na Grade Cham is able to reduce checking workload by up to 78%. And so malaki na din yun. And teachers could reallocate that on pursuing postgraduate studies, doing more lesson preparation, giving feedback to students, etc. So actual impact-wise, proven na yun with actual data. And then the other thing as well is in terms of the speed of the feedback now or the turnaround time of the teachers. So previously nga, it took them siguro more than a week, 2 weeks, sometimes nga 3 weeks yung pag-check and pagbibigay ng feedback to the students. And so with Grade Cham, either same day of the exam or 2 days after the exam na that they could give feedback to their students. So overall, parang it's very clear talaga na there's benefit not just to teachers but even to students as well.
ang taas ng partner, no? 78%.
And compared sa, 2 or 3 weeks, ay magiging same day or 2 to 3 days na yung turnaround ng mga chinechika ng
Talaga,
mga
kumbaga,
teachers.
magme-make sense yung kung bakit mo sila pinapa-examine nga. Yung para ma-assess at makapagbigay ng feedback doon sa naging result ng kanilang exam. Parang may naalala rin ako, hindi ko sure kung grade 11 ako, grade 12, and kung ano yung application or scanner na gamit ng teacher ko noon nung, pero parang grade 11 nga ata yun. No? Nagsagot kami sa isang answer sheet.
Yung maliit yun, no?
Oo, yung maliit na isang, yung parang kalahating ng bond paper, yung lengthwise.
Parang 1/4 paper.
Oh, parang, basta ganun partner, no? Mas maliit siya sa isang whole na bond paper. Tapos, in-scan lang niya. Tapos, after ilang minuto, ayun, may lumabas na yung result. Sinabi niya sa akin, minarkanan na yung papel ko. Pero sabi niya, tsaka na lang daw siya mag-resume na mag-check. Kasi, mabilis lang daw, scan lang daw. Tapos, ayun na. So, parang naalala ko, oo nga, yung ganun sa innovation nila, sir, no? Yung grade siya. Bigla ko naalala yung teacher ko na yun. So, sir, ano naman po yung mga, for sure po, dahil sa galing po ng inyong innovation, ano, and sa effort po ng inyong team, for sure po, meron pong mga natanggap na pagkilala o milestones ang Grade Champ. So, ano-ano po yung mga ito?
So one of the parang proud things that we're very proud of is that we were one of the national finalists of the Philippine Innovation Awards last 2025. That was organized by DepDev, or the National Innovation Council. And so, ayun, that was proof na GradeChum is really an innovation that could help teachers and students. And the other one that we're very much proud of is that we have parang big universities as our customers. So, may alma mater, for example, Cebu Institute of Technology University, and also Mapua University. So, these are big schools with big names. And so, the fact that they trusted us, I think that's great validation na we're really onto something. So, yun.
Wow.
And-
Galing.
And nabalitaan ko po, sir, parang nag-international din po kayo kasi recently po ay nakasama po kayo yung sa Singapore.
Apo, yes. So also we have leads from Singapore na when we were there, again through the support of DOST TAPI in the GITEX event. So ayun, yes, we're planning also, or we're working with someone from in the international to help us expand internationally.
Wow. Sir, question ko lang po, no? Di ba po, sabi niyo po, hindi lang po siya for multiple choice na answer sheet or examination, kundi pati problem solving and essay. Ano po yung iba't ibang application po yung bawat category po na yun? Or meron pong iisang, iisang application po for these three?
Apo, so isang application lang, and the teachers, when they create their questions, they need to select the assessment type. So if they want to add a multiple choice question ba, or a problem solving na question, or an essay question. So for multiple choice, for example, they'll just input the question, and then they'll input the choices as well. For essay and problem solving, they need to input the question, and then they need to input the rubrics. So in GradeChum, the AI will provide you with an initial set of rubrics, and from there you can customize. So for example, in essay, you want to check the grammar of the students, so you can add grammar as one of the rubrics, and it will check the grammar of the students talaga. So it's just one application, and then it's up to the teachers to add what kind of questions they want.
Pero possible po na halimbawa sa isang question or sa isang exam, magkakasama po halimbawa sabihin natin 1 hanggang 30 si multiple choice. Kasi marami pong ganun na case po, no? Tapos 31 to, sabi natin 40 essay, and yung last po na 41 to 50 is problem solving. Possible po ba yun na isang check lang po, kumbaga sa isang pasada po, sa isang scan ni GradeChum ay makakompute po yun lahat, or iba-iba pong series of checking po yun?
Possible po siya na mas-same po. So, pwede siyang ganon. Kasi yun naman talaga yung workflow ng mga teachers,
Totoo
or yung
po.
parang setup ng exam. Yun nga, parang combination of assessment types. So, yes, that's possible in GradeChum.
Hindi It's good thing po, no? Kasi yun nga, yun nga po talaga yung karaniwan na type ng examination. Kasi bibihira naman po yung
Isang type
oo,
lang.
pure. Kasi gusto nila talagang sinasama nila ng mga teacher din na yung essay. Kasi
Essay.
para alam nila ano nga ba talaga yung natutuhan nito. Hindi lang, kumbaga, more on memorization. Kasi partner na pag multiple choice, and yun, pag may essay, so mas ma-assess nila kung may natutuhan nga ba tong batang to. So, ayun. So, pwede na palang magkasama na matcha-checkan using grade charm.
Yes.
And also yung problem solving.
Very napapadali niya talaga yung pag-check. And sir, ano po yung mga susunod na hakbang po? What's something that we can look forward to po sa grade charm sa future? Yung mga pwede niyo pong i-share, sir.
Apa. So, one of the things so yung mga initial customers namin or partner schools are primarily universities, private universities. Kasi with our first product, yung mga existing partners namin are mostly from the private universities. And so with GradeChum, ganun din. Yun yung parang doon kami nagsisimula. But right now, we're working on a version of GradeChum that can be implemented in DepEd schools. Kasi kanina you mentioned na in my social media, I kept posting mga videos na parang influencer type. There were a lot of teachers commented on my post or on my reels. And parang when we reach out to them or they reach out to us, parang around 90 to 95% are DepEd teachers. And so parang, ayun, we're working on a model that could be feasible to implement in a DepEd na school. When I say feasible, meaning to say na it can cater to the checking use cases of the DepEd teachers, and also from our end, it's sustainable. So of course, kailangan naming i-sustain, kailangan din, of course, there should be parang subscription, but if there's subscription, paano po yung model niya na para maging sustainable din siya from our end. So, ayun, yun yung parang wino-work out namin right now, yung GradeChum DepEd edition.
90 to 95% yung nag-ask kila sir na taga-DepEd. Alam mo, totoo yan. Kasi parang minsan yung mga teacher or yung, siguro makaka-relate yung mga anak ng public school teacher or mga anak ng mama or papa ay nagtatrabaho sa DepEd. Kasi yun na yung pangalawa nilang bahay. Actually, minsan yun na nga, parang pangalawang bahay na lang nila yung main nilang bahay. Kasi most of their time ay nilalaan nila doon sa mga gawain ng pang teacher, whether academic, yung mismo pagtuturo, or yung mga administrative tasks na kailangan nilang gawin. No? Sir, bukod po sa GradeChum, meron po ba kayong ibang mga platform and innovation? Pwede niyo po bang i-share sa amin yon?
So yung first namin na innovation, CodeChum. So yun naman yung platform for programming classes. Na that is where the teachers and students conduct the programming class. So primarily, this is being used by universities under the computer science and IT department and computer engineering. There are some high schools din, pero konti lang kasi hindi naman usually tinuturo yung programming in high school. So, kadalasan ng mga high school partners namin are mga from Philippine Science High School, yung mga National Science High School, ganon, kasi tinuturo yung programming doon. So yun yung actually yung parang first na innovation talaga namin, yung CodeChum. And that's when we parang late 2024, we thought, naisip ko nga yung GradeChum, and then we decided to launch and make it a reality.
CodeChum, which is programming, kasi talagang advanced. Andun talaga yung passion ni sir na for computer science, kaya di ka magtataka kung bakit yun yung kinuha niyang course, no?
And sir, curious po ako, saan po, like, GradeChum, CodeChum, ano po yung chum, sir? Saan po siya nanggaling?
Chum, if you Google chum means close friend. And so, CodeChum, meaning to say, parang it's your close friend in learning coding. And GradeChum, it's your friend in grading-related activities. So, ayun. That's the reason for chum.
Talaga. Parang partner mo. Oo nga, ang galing, ang napaka-unique nun. CodeChum, GradeChum. So,
And ayun,
close
parang
friend.
catchy siya sa paningin. No? And from the name itself, parang malalaman mo na agad para saan siya. Kasi yung CodeChum nga, malalaman, ay, pang-code yan.
Oo,
Tapos pang-grade. Diba?
So, parang a friend, no?
Yes.
Close friend pa, sabi nga ni sir.
Cute. Sir, sa mga interested po, I'm sure mga interested na po yung mga nakikinig sa atin ngayon. Interested po sa platform po na ito, sa tool po na grade chum, saan po sila maaring magtungo or sino po ang pwede nilang kontakin?
Okay, so for those interested, they could just go to our website now, gradechum.com, or they could actually reach out to me. I try my best to reply to messenger messages. No, they could search me on Facebook or Messenger, Jamarjud Maranga, or if they want to do it formally, they could email me at jute@gradechum.com.
Ayun. So, for sure, sir, meron po kayo matatanggap ng mga emails and queries po regarding po sa Code Chum and of course, the Grade Chum.
Oo, kasi nga po, ngayon pa nga lang, marami na po
Oo,
tayong
so
comments
ngayon
na
magbabasa na po tayo
nagtatanong.
ng katanungan mula sa ating live viewers. Ayan, go partner.
Ayun po. May nagtanong po from Miss Marie Acalyar Barrientos. Pwede po ba ito sa Filipino subjects?
Yes, pwede po. So, it supports Filipino essays, for example, or Filipino identification. And right now, we're even working on for other languages as well. So, for example, yung sa Japanese, for example, and sa Vietnam as well na language. So, ayun. But Filipino, we've tested there are teachers who are using GradeChum for Filipino subjects. And yes, pwede po.
Ayun. So, pwedeng-pwede raw po sa Filipino subjects, Ma'am Marie.
And sir, you're working on the other languages po. So may plano po kayong mag
Expand
globe
pa into
other countries po, sir.
languages.
Yes, that's the long-term goal.
Wow. Ayan. So, meron po tayong question dito from Sir Louie Avisado. Ano-ano po mga outputs ng mga learner ang kayang i-check ni GradeChum?
So it can check various assessment types, no? Multiple choice, problem solving, essays, identification, enumeration, simple visuals. So yung mga, for example, yung mga pagdrawing ng mga diagrams, mga tables, but simple pa lang yung kayang i-check right now. And even coding or programming on paper. So, ayun, a lot of assessment types talaga.
Sir, paano po pala pag sa essay, ano po yun? Meron, limited lang po ba? Halimbawa, hindi po sumakto dun sa sagot? Or kumbaga, dahil through the use of AI, kahit medyo lihis sa sagot pero nakuha yung point, ibig sabihin po, considered po bang matcha-checkan po ni GradeChum po yung thought po na sinamit po nung essay na sinamit po ni student?
So the teacher will have to set rubrics, and this is one very important idea in the use of AI, no? Na parang hindi siya dapat na parang ibibigay na lang lahat ni AI and si AI na yung bahalang mag-check. So hindi siya dapat ganon kasi there should still be human in the loop. And in this case, there should still be teachers in the loop. And so the way it works is ayun, there are set of rubrics that the teacher needs to set, no? Para GradeChum will check based on how the teacher wants it to check. And so in that specific scenario, for example, na nandun pa yung idea, pero if one of the rubrics is like that, then it could still give points to the students. Hindi siya parang perfect or zero ka lang kaagad, ganun. So, up to the rubrics, so ano yung sinet ni teacher.
Kasi minsan, di ba, pag halimbawa nag-check si ma'am or sir, sasabihin na, kumbaga kahit gaano kahaba yung sagot mo, sasabihin, tinanong mo, ma'am, bakit po ganito lang po yung score ko sa essay na to? Yun pala, meron siyang hinahanap na keyword. Oo, yun yung naririnig or sinasabi ng mga teacher kasi wala yung keyword na ganito. Yung pala parang one word or two words na hinahanap niya or phrase na pag nabasa niya yun, automatic, perfect ka na. Mga ganun, no? So, kumbaga nako-consider, yun nga, sabi ni sir, hindi siya purely na mag-rely ka sa AI, kundi kumbaga i-check mo pa rin kasi lalo na at essay part yun. Kasi iba-iba yung ideas, iba-iba, unique naman kada tao. So, pwedeng, kumbaga, yung hinahanap mong keyword, na iba lang niya ng kaunti. So, makakonsider pa rin through, kumbaga, yung intervention na ng mismong teacher. So, syempre, pero malaking tulong, of course. Kasi lalo po sa part po ng yung repetitive talaga na identification, multiple choice, ayan. So, for sure, maghahamak na mas mataas po yung accuracy po sa part po na yon, no?
And ayun, meron po tayong comment dito. Nice info for helping teachers in checking the activities of learners. And sabi din po niya ay how to avail of the grade jump po.
So, ayun, you can send me an email lang to jude@gracham.com, no? Or I could get back to you on that one.
Po.
Ayun. So, meron din po tayong question dito, no? Sabi po niya, very important daw po yung privacy ng mga bata. Hindi lang, ayun, ngayon, dahil ang GradeCham ay nag-automate daw po ng pag-check ng mga test papers na merong name section, ayan, or meron pong mga marks ng student. Paano po pinoprotektahan ng platform po na GradeCham yung mga sensitive information po para hindi po daw magamit or kumalat po sa, kumbaga, sa ibang platform? Ayan.
Mm-mm. So, from our end, technology-wise, so we're proactively improving the security of the app, no? Para hindi tayo ma-hack. Kasi pag na-hack tayo, then malileak yung mga information na yan. So from our end, we're proactively improving the security. We have a dedicated cybersecurity specialist talaga in the team na yun talaga yung fino-focus niya. In terms naman of the handling or management of the data, what we do is we make sure na only you and your students could access your data. Parang hindi siya dapat hindi siya accessible sa other teachers from other schools. For example, yung mga questions and activities na ginagawa nyo in your school is only accessible in your school. So, mga ganong bagay. So, ayan.
So, ayun. Proactive, sabi nga ni Sir, proactive sila in terms of yung security ng data and information, to which napakahalaga nun kasi syempre, lalo na ngayon through AI, no? Pwedeng yung information na pinasok mo kay AI, pwedeng kumbaga mag-spread sa iba't ibang way kasi nga pwede pang magamit ng ibang tao. Kumbaga nakasalpak na sa database nila. So, ayun, dahil nga proactive sila, sir, which is a very good thing para ma-address po yung mga ganitong concern. Ayan. So, meron po tayong question dito. Ayan, partner.
Eto po sir, maraming mga veteranong guro ang baka hindi masyadong sanay po sa mga makabagong AI tools or software. Para sa isang ordinaryong teacher, gaano po ba kadaling gamitin ang GradeCham at kailangan po ba ng mga high-tech na computer o scanner or sapat na po ba yung isang ordinary na smartphone?
Apo, so based on actual user na feedback, no? So normally, for our official partners, we do a training, mga 1 hour. After the training, based on actual na experience ng mga teachers, kayang-kaya na nilang gumamit ng GradeCham. And there are a lot of teachers nga na hindi sila sumali ng training pero they're still able to figure it out. So napakadali talagang gamitin yung GradeCham. And in terms of the technology naman, yung kailangan lang is as long as you have a laptop and internet connection and phone, no, for scanning, then sapat na po yun. Hindi siya kailangan na very high-tech. Of course naman, hindi dapat yung mga phone na parang ang luma na kasi hindi na yun supported din sa application. Pero yung at least yung mga recent phones, yung mga phones from the last parang 3 to 5 years, pwede pa yon. So, ayun. And then internet or mobile data lang yung kailangan.
To which halos lahat naman na ngayon ay
meron
meron
na
ganon. Or may pinaprovide
access.
na ang
May provide na yung school usually.
Yes. So, ayun, hindi ganun ka intimidating gamitin. Kasi through laptop, internet, and mobile phone, gaya ng sabi ni Sir and yun nga, yung hindi super tagal na training kasi 1 hour training. And kahit yung mga hindi nag-training, kayang
Kaya din
gumamit
nila.
ng application, which is yung mismong platform na GradeCham. Ayan. So, parang wala na po tayong question so far, sir. So, ayun po. Thank you so much po, Sir Jude, sa pagpapa-unlock po sa amin for our interview po for today sa ating episode.
And sir,
Right, you're welcome pa.
ayun, baka may gusto po kayong batiin sir or i-promote. Yan po. It's your time to shine.
I think I promoted naman GradeCham through this interview. So, wala na po. If you want to visit again GradeCham, you can just go to our website, gradecham.com.
Ayan. Sir Jude, thank you so much po sa inyong time, effort, and knowledge, of course. And of course, dun sa inyong passion for para matulungan po, sabi nga, yung i-maximize yung potential
Potential
ng
ng
youth through helping our teachers po na ma-lessen yung kanilang effort, yung workload nila sa pamamagitan po ng grade charm, to which, yun nga, automated na yung pag-check ng papers, hindi lang limited sa multiple choice, hindi lang limited sa identification, kundi pati problem solving and essays ay kayang masolusyonan through grade charm. Ayan. Salamat po, Sir Jude, and sa inyong buong team po sa Code Charm. Thank you so much po.
Thank you so much
Thank you din po.
sir.
Thank you.
Ayan. Isang makagham na talakayan na naman po ang pinagsaluhan natin ngayong hapon. Maraming salamat po ulit, Sir Jude. Muli, binabati po namin ang lahat ng bumubuo ng DOST Central Luzon, ng PhilMec, ng Radio Agree, at ng Access Network TV. Kasama na rin ang lahat ng sumubaybay po sa atin ngayong hapon. Ang mga kasama nating nakinig at natuto, isang agham na ramdam na hapon po sa inyong lahat.
Mga kaagham, huwag niyo pong kalimutang i-follow ang aming Facebook page, ang DOST-Central Luzon sa Facebook, YouTube at TikTok para manatiling updated sa aming mga programs and activities. Pati na rin po ang mga Facebook pages ng aming mga PSTOs, ang DOST Aurora, DOST Bataan, DOST Bulacan, DOST Nueva Ecija, DOST Tarlac, DOST Pampanga at DOST Zambales. Paki-invite na rin po ang mga friends nyo na mag-follow para updated din sila sa mga serbisyong hatid ng DOST Central Luzon.
Yan. Nais din po namin ipabatid na maaari niyo pong balikan ng replay ng aming mga episodes sa DOST Central Luzon YouTube channel, pati na rin sa YouTube ng Radio Agree 90.1 FM PhilMec. So, mapapakinggan niyo rin po ang aming replay na mga ito sa kanilang radyo tuwing weekends. Muli po, maraming salamat sa pagtutok sa ating talakayan. Hatid namin ang iba't ibang serbisyo patungkol sa siyensya, teknolohiya, at inobasyon ng DOST. Sa ngalan po ng aming Regional Director, Dr. Julius Cesar V. Sicat, ako pong muli si Lorraine Custodio.
At ako naman po si Dian Briones, ang nakasama nyo ngayong hapon sa ating programa. Subaybayan muli kami sa Lunes, alas 3 hanggang alas 4 ng hapon sa programang maghahatid sa inyo ng weekly dose of knowledge and good vibes. Sama-sama ulit tayo next week. Dito lamang yan sa Ayos na Ayos sa DOS Season 4.